And we are back, folks. Another edition of the Michigan football film study focused on the defense with that man they call Vance Bedford, who has been doing such a fantastic job all season. So, Vance, the job has been so fantastic. The last couple of weeks I've been out and about, and they said, you know what? Al and Vance in particular. So, one guy, his name is Elbert Clark. Elbert Clark said, I want to contribute to the football film study. He came through with $50. He said, I want to contribute to the film study.
I
Then
appreciate that.
I was at Blake Corum's toy drive, and guy came up, contributed to the toy drive, and he said, I want to contribute $50 to Al and Vance. I want to show them that when they watched, I'm putting it in the kitty. I'm putting it in the till for the coaching film studies that these guys have been doing all season long. They wanted to single you guys out and say, man, we learned a lot of football. They learned a lot of football from Devin too. Make no mistake. But they said, man, I got to shout out Al and Vance. So I wanted to let them know and shout them out and show our appreciation, Vance, because these film studies, man, you've been showing the people the light, showing them the way.
Yeah. First of all, I want to thank those guys for their donations to Al and myself. And I tell you what, I've had so much fun and with doing this. I've really enjoyed myself just talking ball. Just an old retired coach having fun and just trying to spread the wealth around. Give people a simple way of looking at the game. Sometimes coaches want to make it like it's brain surgery. Like I'm a neurosurgeon. No, football is really simple. If you look at 1+1 = 2, some of those guys, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You know, hey, Sam, you know me, 1+1 = 2. It's just that simple. And people should look at it that way and have fun in doing it also. And so I've really enjoyed this. And I want to thank all the fans who have come along to watch and supported us this year.
Yeah, and they want to see you. They want to see you in Houston, Vance. And folks, you can help make that happen. Just like these film studies, we want to break down the Rose Bowl, right? We're gonna do a Rose Bowl preview for y'all, but we want to actually do a film study on the Rose Bowl. We want to do a film study on the national championship game. But in order to do that, we got to fund the film study. You know why? Because we don't own this footage. And because we don't own the footage, we use it strictly for the entertainment, the education, and the edification of you, the people, right? They told us you can't monetize our video. And we said, okay, we won't monetize your video. We'll continue to bring it to the people because we love the people and we know they're learning from it. We know you guys are taking something from it. At the same time, if you want to help fund the film studies, help it keep going and growing. Because you know, one thing we like to do, I said this on the one with Vance or one with Al, we like to in the summer kind of come up with a glossary of plays and concepts. So we're gonna talk about cowboy today. So you'll be able to go and look at like a series of plays. This is what cowboy looks like. This is what lightning looks like. You'll be able to see all those things. And so then when we get into the season and then we moving kind of fast, you can always go back and look at the hey, this is the cowboy video. This is the lightning video. You'll be able to see all of that. This is the quarter half video. You'll be able to see all of that. We want to do that. You got to help fund the film study. In order to do that, just click that link right there in the PayPal in the comment section. It's the link to the PayPal link for the fund the film study with Vance Bedford page, and then it's also in the description of the video as well. Just click that link, go right over, and show your love that way. That way, we can come back with more film studies that you love to see. Film study like this one against Iowa, Vance, because this I know the Iowa offense is nothing to write home about. I get it, but Vance, but their defense has put them in good position all year long. Good enough position to win 10 games. I know it was in the West, but the way they've done it, they turn teams over, they give them short fields, and they allow that offense, that really, really challenged offense, to have some advantages. But Michigan snuffed about every time in this game.
First of all, I just want to congratulate Coach Parker on winning the Brawls Award. I mean, he deserved it. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Ron Moore fan. He should have received, in my opinion, but it could not have gone to a better man than Coach Parker. He's been there for a while. He has done a tremendous job. He's probably done more with less. They get kids in recruiting because of defensively because of what he has done. He has developed guys that gone to the National Football League. So my hat's off to him on what he's done and to the Iowa staff, what they have accomplished. But again, when you look at Iowa's offense, I think that I have stats here. They were 124th this year in points. They were last in total yards. They were 130th in passing and 104 in rushing. Sam, it's not a whole lot I can say about that. They were not very potent on offense. Now look at those stats. And for what Coach Parker accomplished, it's a miracle. I have to be honest. It is a miracle on what he's accomplished because I don't know many people could have done what he's done. So again, congratulations to Coach Parker for winning the Brawls Award. And I gave Iowa's offense too much credit, Sam. I said they would score 9 points. That was my mistake. I didn't know that they were last in the nation in total offense. I gave 9 points, which means I didn't give the defense enough credit. So I apologize to my Michigan fans out there and to the Michigan team for not giving them the credit they truly deserve because they put a skunk on those guys is what it was. Wow.
Yeah, you know what? You talked about Phil Parker, and I, talked to a lot of coaches who have a lot of things to say about other coaches. I've never heard one bad word about Phil Parker, not one.
And I tell you what, and you and I, we spoke about this earlier, is have other schools come to probably try to take them away, yes. But sometimes when you're in a great working environment, and I think he is, working for the guys he's working for, he has an offense that protects the defense. In other words, they don't go, I'm not wide open. I'm not that up-tempo stuff. We're going to run the ball, shorten the game, which enables you to play good defense. And we're going to recruit well on defense. So again, he's at a place that he's happy at. And it's a good possibility he doesn't want to leave that environment. And my hat's off to him. He's found a place. It appears he found a place that he enjoys going to work every single day. And he makes more than enough money to be content. Because I'm pretty certain if I was a guy at USC, I'd have been calling Coach Parker,
Oh,
Phil
God.
Parker. I'd have called him and say, I'm giving you $2 million right now. Come out there and work for me. And I'm pretty certain Coach Parker said, no, I'm content where I am. My family's happy here. Why do I want to move? And so it's tough in the coaching profession to find a situation like that. So again, I respect the man for everything he's done.
All right, let's jump right in to the job that the Michigan defense did against this very, very, very challenged offense for the University of Iowa. And I can't say enough about the man you nicknamed Lil Mike. I had a chance to talk to Mike St. Ristel over the weekend at Blake Corum's toy drive, and he said, "Yeah, people talk about my size, people talk about my speed. I'm gonna do my thing at the combine, but check my tape. Check my tape. You check my tape, and you'll see production. You'll see production when you check my tape." And so, Vance, your man Lil Mike has been balling out all year.
He has. He's had a tremendous year. And I told you 2 weeks ago, he was my MVP for the defense. I mean, hands down, it was a lot of great plays by a lot of great players out there, but he was, in my opinion, the leader of that defense. And whether he played nickel, whether he played corner, he showed up. He was consistent in every ball game. And I'm going to Ohio State game. When Will gets injured, he goes out there. And to be frank, they didn't miss a beat.
They did
They
not
didn't
miss.
miss a beat. They put him out there on that guy. Didn't miss a beat. So it shows you, and it's my hat off to him. And I hope I get a chance to meet him in Houston, Texas, playing for the national championship game. I get a chance to shake his hand and let him know that he was one of my favorite players on the University of Michigan staff, along with my man, with Papa Barrett and Barrett Jr. So I would love to have an opportunity to meet those guys when they get to Houston.
Yeah, man. It'll be fantastic if it works out that way. It wasn't Lil Mike on this play, but he's coming up here shortly. He's gonna be a theme in these early ones. But this first play goes to young Mike Barrett. You led into not young, he the old man in the club now, but he's about to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
So we gonna go to Mike Barrett on this first.
This is a cowboy stunt. In other words, the corner come off the edge. This is the first play of the game. They are in 12 personnel offenses, and they are trying to attack the boundary, which in my opinion is a great idea. So you got a full zone. They call it the duck elephant walk. They're all just full zoners to the field. Okay. the guy in motion, he's going vertical. The back, play action pass to the field, the quarterback, he's going to boot back to the boundary. Okay, so you get a full zone, elephant walk, which is a great indicator of offensive line not cross line of scrimmage is a naked. So the first defensive call for the defense, one thing I had to cover, we're going to highlight the receiver to the boundary. And I've been talking about this since the second game of the year. He has what kind of split? Inside the hash mark. That's the indicator. And anytime you get a quarterback under center and a guy inside the hash, is something going on. It's a boot, it's a reverse, some type of gadget play. Okay, so a lot of indicators. So again, we're going to talk about the cut split by the receiver to the boundary. A lot of times in those kind of splits, he's trying to find a way to get to the far hash into the boundary. The first play is a negative. So defensively, we call this cowboy, the C in cowboy for the C in boundary corner. So he's blitzing off the edge. The front is angling back to the field. So for the front, the defensive end and the three taking at the boundary, we call it a pirate. They both going inside. It's a great run stunt. The nose to the field is going to the B gap with the defensive end up the field. Okay. So again, we bring in 5 men, which we didn't do a lot. A lot of times we bring 4 and we drop the defensive end. But playing a team like Iowa, which is a running team, you want to get more pressure, make sure I can stop the run, and also defend the edges because this is cowboy. Now in the back end is 3 deep and 3 underneath. So you can see the corner at the top is deep third. The safety to the boundary is deep third. The middle guy is deep middle third. We have 2 curl flat defenders outside, and the middle linebacker is 3 hook. Now, we're going to highlight the middle linebacker on this play. He does a great job on the boot, finding the crosser. What a tremendous job. Again, great learning on this part, but again, great coaching by the linebacker coach here. Okay, so here, let's let this run and see what happens here. Corner off the edge, get pressure. He gets great pressure. Barrett does a great job on the tight end. Look at that. That's a great job. I mean, just total matchup here. This is an outstanding job. For the first play, they running naked, and we blitzing off the edge. Hey, I think somebody told them they were doing a boot, so we ran cowboy to get pressure in the quarterback's face and match this thing up perfectly. Look at that. Wow. How many yards they gained? None.
They had the signs
for no gain.
They had to steal the signs from the Iowa offense.
It had to be. We had to know what was going on. I mean, come on. Okay, you were getting a cut split? Really? Your quarterback on the center? Really? Come on now. I don't get this at all. How are you going to do this right here? I mean, Sam, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, first play of the game, we ran cowboy in this game more than all the other games combined. I think I saw cowboy maybe twice in other games. It's sort of quite a bit in this particular ball game here. And again, great execution by Barrett taking the first guy to the flat. That's a nice job. It's a really nice job here.
All right.
So again, the quarterback had no time to throw the football at all. So here we go right here. This is similar to cowboy, but it's coming from the field. This is strike 2 roll. Strike 2 roll, we've been calling nickel Sam this year. This is the same thing because we're in base defense right now. We're calling the strike for the safety to run the stunt. So again, this is going to be a tackle. This is a run play. Where's the quarterback? Under center. Now, remember the last play? The receiver to the field, Sam, where was he? Inside the hash.
Yeah.
Now look where he is. Outside the hash. Okay, you got a different situation. Quarterback on the center, still the back is deep. So again, the boot kind of disappears because of his split. So again, I'm always bring those things back. This particular game, this is a split zone right here. So this is going to be a run by the offense. Quarterback going to open up to his right, the back diving inside. This is nothing more than duo. That's all it is. It's a split zone. This is nothing more than duo. Okay, and the quarterback is going to come out acting like the naked. Defensively, we run I call it strike for the strong safety. He's blitzing off the edge. The entire front is angling back to the boundary. You can see this right here. Okay, so again, this is a great run stunt. We saw Cowboy, a good run stunt coming from the boundary. This is strike, a good run stunt. It's coming from the field. The same identical concept. Run from the boundary, run for the field. It's good to stop the run. It's also good versus naked and boots. And so here we go. Let's go to the coverage part of it, Sam. So now you can see the defensive end to the boundary. He is forced, which means he's a flat defender. Okay. The corner behind him is half field. The safety that's deep, he's going over the top, half field. The corner's rolling up as a cloud corner, and both linebackers, they're curl droppers. In other words, they defend everything between the halves. So we got to run this play. They didn't block out anybody. We had a tackle for loss. So again, they stayed close true to who they are. They're 104th in the nation in rush.
Yeah, man. Back to back to back, three-peat, back to back to back Big Ten championships. Three-peat is complete. Twice over Iowa. First time in Michigan history that they're outright champs 3 years in a row. They just continue to get it done, and valuable that they got out of it without sustaining any more injuries, and they get a month to rest up, to heal up, and prepare for an Alabama team who, yeah, they started out the year and they were struggling offensively. They seemed to find some things once. I think Nick had a little chat with his new offensive coordinator about the way we gonna do things down here. And once the new OC got the memo, things got back right for Alabama.
Well, they figured out exactly what my man Jalen Milroe could do. I mean, he wasn't Bryce Young. Bryce Young sit back, throw the football, all that type of stuff. That's not what he was. And so you remember he started off the first game versus Texas, a struggle. After the second game, they benched him. And the other guy was terrible. They brought him back. They adjusted the offense to fit the kid's skill set. What he is he's a good long ball thrower. He's a great runner. So now you're seeing quarterback power, quarterback counter. Okay, they running the ball more because the previous probably 4 years they were a drop back throwing it all over the football field. And that's why Georgia kept beating them, because Georgia can rush the passer. So they adjusted what this kid can do. And the key for us is to contain this guy. Okay, think about it. Against Auburn, 4th and goal on the 31-yard line, they rushed one guy. They deserve to lose. They won that game for 59 minutes. They lost it on the last play. Georgia, they rushed 3 and spied 2. They gave the quarterback a chance to get confidence. We're not doing that. We're going to rush 4. We're going to rush 5. We're going to make this guy to throw on rhythm. And the biggest thing is to keep him contained. If we let them get in 3rd and 5 in this ball game, it's going to be tough, because they're going to quarterback run shows up, and now the things we do well, we're not going to be able to do. So we keep them in 3rd and 7 plus, the game is going to be in our hands. So I'm looking forward to being in Houston, Texas, with the Michigan Wolverines playing for a national title.
Yes, sir. I got a pair of these for you, Vance. Pair of these turnover buffs.
Oh, hey, I can take off my. Oh man, hey, boy, I can't see right now. Take off my glasses.
Yeah, I'm trying to put them on. For you, Vance.
Man, put the days on the Let's
go. Yeah, so I got a pair for you. They want you to. I was talking to his mom. She said, "Hey, we got some buffs for Vance. We even got some buffs for Al. We'll see if Al put on the buffs." Hey, Al gonna be putting on the buffs now, because the lady's been asking for Al Borges, so he can't get out now. Now he was looking all shaved and shiny on the show today.
Oh,
so yeah, man, Al is he on one now, so we got to get him some buffs too, folks. Hope you enjoy the film study. We want to bring more film studies to you. You know how you can help us bring more film studies to you. You can help fund the film studies by clicking that PayPal link right there in the comment section, or right there in the description, where it'll take you to the Fund the Film Study with Vance. Right there, the defensive film study. There are film study links for all of the shows. That way we can keep going and growing and do some things that we want to do in the off season, like give you a glossary of plays and concepts that you can refer to as we're going through the season, right? You need to brush up on Cowboy. You need to brush up on Lightning. You need to brush up on different coverages. You can just check these videos out. We want to be able to do that for you, and we want to be able to break down the playoffs, and certainly next season as we get ready to plan things out. We'll know how much we can fundraise to help fund the film study. So that's what this is all about, folks. Help us keep going and growing, because we don't own this footage. It doesn't belong to us. Because it doesn't belong to us, we don't monetize it in any way. No advertising, no sponsorship, no dollars at all. We use it strictly for the entertainment, the education, and edification of you, the viewer. Shout out to Will Johnson and Samaj Morgan. They're going to be having a toy drive at the Blue Leprechaun right here in Ann Arbor Sunday from noon until 2. So if you're in the area and you want to help some kids have some Christmas joy, bring some toys out to the Blue Leprechaun this Sunday from noon until 2. Obviously, the fellas will be taking pictures with you, the fans, and showing their love to you for showing your love to the kids. So come on out to Will Johnson and Samaj Morgan's toy drive. That is this Sunday from noon to 2 at the Blue Leprechaun. That is going to do it for us for another edition of the Michigan Football Film Study focused on the defense with Vance Bedford. We'll see you soon.
Go Blue.